extra time.
Yeah, go down for you. I suppose there was a bit of pressure on you and about the position you were batting in, but yeah, how did you feel out there today?
Yeah, it was obviously a challenging wicket early, and I think that coming into the game under a bit of pressure and questions about where I could bat or should bat or my technique, to be honest, I haven't really heard much of that. It's only if somebody mentions it that I've heard about it. So I've just been pretty focused on how I'm preparing and playing, and I feel as though my preparation has been really good into the last, even through the T20s and the one days over here. I still feel as though my preparation and game's been in decent order. It's just a chance to get out and get some runs on the first morning of a test is always exciting, and I think especially when you look at that wicket, at times you can be a little bit daunted by it, by the colour of the grass. But it was, I thought we played reasonably well in that first session to get through unscathed.
Did you feel like you had a point to prove, or do you feel like you've proved a point with how you batted today?
No, you never play to prove anyone wrong or prove a point or for any other ambition than just to get your side in as good a position as you can. And some days you have a good day, some days you have a shocking day. It's a part of the game, and it's a part of opening the batting in Test cricket. It's good fun. There's never a dull moment. My wife's calling. Do you mind if I cancel that? Okay. I'm not sure if it's still recording for you. No, it should be fine. Okay.
Russell? It's 260 good given the state of the wicket and what started to happen as the day went on.
Yeah, I thought we batted really well today. It's always tough to judge a wicket until two teams have batted on it, to be fair. I think when you win the toss and bat, I think that obviously to get through the day 5-6 down is a goal. Not so much runs as opposed to the position that you see yourself in the game. And no doubt the wicket, there were some challenges at times. We saw the second new ball went around a little bit, even the old ball which was went around a little bit. So it's going to be one of those real games that is an absolute grind for both sides, and the position that we're in, I think that we would have taken that at the start of the day, no doubt, especially winning the toss and batting. But you're never content with a position.
You're up the other end when that one from Shami to Marcus rolled along the ground. I mean, did you look at that and go, oh, geez, we're in for a fight here?
I think when we saw the wicket at the start and when the ball starts seaming off good parts of the wicket, and quite dramatically at times, I think that's when you know that you have to really tighten up, but you have to also be in a position to cash in on some balls that you can hit. Otherwise, you get stuck on the crease, you get stuck in two minds, and you end up letting the wicket get you out without it doing anything at times. So I think that you still have to be really proactive and take that out of play as much as you can.
Aaron, what goes through your mind when you see Virat put guys on the boundary and set defensive fields, even though the ball is doing a lot, or the wicket's doing a lot? Yeah,
I think that's about controlling the run rate, controlling the board. I think that at times in Australia, if a partnership gets going, the game can get away from you pretty quick. So I think that's just his way of trying to control the scoring rate, minimising boundaries at times. We knew that their quicks are world class, all four of them. So we knew it was going to be a real challenge. And at times, if you get that cut and it goes for one instead of four, that can play on your mind a bit at times. So I think it's just his way of controlling the tempo.
And India don't have a specialist spinner. How much impact do you think Nathan Lyon can have on this wicket?
Yeah, well, I think Marcus Harris getting bumped out by a 100k off spinner might have been the first time for that for a while in Test cricket. I think the bounce that Nathan will get will be crucial on this wicket. We saw when Vihari bowled that fuller length, it was tough. There was some chances created for the left-hander for Sauce there. So I think Nathan will enjoy bowling on that. I think the bounce, as much as anything, he talks about how much more effective it is, or he is, when you do have that bounce, because you can get guys caught on the crease. It brings in your bat pad and your leg slip. So no doubt he'll be excited by it.
Aaron, speaking of Marcus Harris, you had the best seat in the house to watch him bat today. Yeah. What is it about his technique and his temperament that appears so So compatible with Test match cricket.
Yeah, I think what everyone's seen from him so far in the media and stuff that he's done, not a real lot phases him, does it? He's a pretty chilled out character who just goes with the flow, and that's the way he's always been. He hasn't changed for a long time. He's a great guy, but I think the tightness of his technique, covers his stumps, covers his off stump, looks to hit down the ground, and for such a short guy, that can be quite unique at times. He's definitely got all the shots. But I think the way that he adapts his game and his game plan, depending on the wicket, depending on the attack, I think that'll hold him in great stead going forward. And we saw a glimpse of it today, and it was pretty impressive.
Aaron, what was your discussion with Marcus about who's going to take the first ball? Obviously, you took the first over in Adelaide and you swapped it around here.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd ever actually done it before.
Sometimes you've got to change it up, don't you? There was nothing more to it. I asked him if he wanted to take it in his first test, and he said no. I said, well, now you've played one test, you can have it. So, no, it was none of that chat. It was felt with Ishan first up. He was comfortable, well, not comfortable, but he was happy to take the first ball.
And just on him being, I suppose, a career opening batsman, has that been helpful or useful to you to, I guess, discuss things with him, but also just work with him and build that? And I suppose you're a more experienced international cricketer, but obviously he opens all the time. Yeah,
I think we've also played quite a bit of cricket together for Victoria, so I think when you have a good relationship with somebody, that kind of stuff takes care of itself, whether it's been over the last few years that he's been with Victoria, whether it's having a beer at the bar and you're chatting about cricket, or whether you're at training and you're talking about technique or strategy or different movement patterns and things like that. It's all just building up a relationship, and we got along really well. Well, we have got along really well for a few years now, and batting out in the middle is always good fun with him. Like I said, he keeps it pretty simple, keeps it pretty relaxed. We just keep reminding each other to focus on what our game plan is and what our strengths are.
Hit the subscribe option and the bell icon to get all the exclusive sports videos on Extra Time.